thought of Mr. Bachchan. There was something that I read on your blog, and I think I mentioned it to you in a couple of interviews. कि आपने एक incident के बारे में लिखा था कि when you were in school and you missed out a play, and your father said to you that मन का हो तो अच्छा, ना हो तो और अच्छा. Read that on Mr. Bachchan's blog, and it so happened that at that time a project that I was working on had not worked out, and I thought, okay, fine, maybe I should apply this to my life and think about it. Maybe there's something to it. And then I got thinking about how Mr. Bachchan manages to do so much. He puts in so much in a day, his career, his life, everything has been so exemplary. And it just got me thinking about it. And this thought kind of stayed with me, and over the years as I met him, interviewed him, and generally observed all the fabulous things that he does, I thought that perhaps, everyone said, okay, you write on Bollywood, so you should write something which is, you should write about Bollywood, you should give us some insider information, some gossip, so on and so forth. And somehow that idea didn't appeal to me so much, and I thought, if I have to write on Bollywood, why should I not write on someone like Mr. Bachchan, who's such an inspiration to millions of people around the world and to me personally, and other Bollywood personalities who have that defining quality that makes them the people that they are. But of course, the biggest of them all, Mr. Bachchan, is with us, and I'm very grateful, Mr. Bachchan, for you to make time. I know you have a very busy evening today, and we'd just like to present you a small
Ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for this hospitality and this welcome. Thank you, Priyanka, for having me here. I feel a bit odd coming here to inaugurate a book that has been written on the better qualities of film actors. Most of the time we are on the other end receiving all the brickbats rather than the bouquets. But I must admit that this is perhaps one of the first of its kind. And I'm very glad and very humbled that Priyanka feels that I'm some kind of an inspiration to her. I doubt very much whether many other journalists would agree to the fact that actors are their inspiration. However, I'm deeply humbled by this assessment that Priyanka has made. And now that she has launched this book, which talks about all the traits of people that work in the film industry and all the better points, it's become a little tough for all of us, because now we have to go and live up to all that she's written. And the book is just full of so many compliments and so many nice adjectives and words and expressions that it's really, really quite embarrassing at times to find so many nice things said about you. But I guess we all have our good times and our bad times, and perhaps this is one of those moments when there are good times. Said in her introduction to the book that she was a very shy person in the early years of her life, and was somewhat down with a lot of illnesses which kept her away from normal duties and normal activities in her life, and she was in many ways considered almost an outcast amongst her friends, and being tagged as someone that didn't belong to the group. And to have stepped out from that atmosphere and come to become someone who has now launched her first book is indeed very creditable, and I do wish to congratulate her for that. She wrote a very inspiring line in the introduction that she has given to the book, where she talked about a change in her life which came about because of a book that she read, and one of the expressions which said that you are never granted a wish until you are given the power to make it come true. And I thought that that was a beautiful quote, and I hope that not just her, but it forms a kind of almost a provocative expression for all of us. We wish many things in our lives. how wonderful to know that you will never get the opportunity to want a wish without getting an opportunity to have the power to make it come true. Priyanka has done just that, and I wish her the very best for this evening. Thank you. Let me first say that I didn't realize that coming to the inauguration of a book would mean attending a press conference as well, where we're going to be asked questions, but I don't think there is any kind of pressures that I go through. I don't know about the others, but I feel it's part of my job to be able to not just do my work as a professional, but to attend to some of the tributaries that get attached to being an actor or a professional. And if I want to call myself a professional, and I wish to do that, I would want to attend to the tributaries as well. And I think once you clarify that in your mind, you don't have any problems about how you want to do it and whether you want to do it or you like it or don't like it. I think it's part of our existence, and we do it very happily. If you say that you have to make an effort to be humble, then you're not being true and honest to yourself. It's very difficult for anyone to talk about whether they are humble or not. I just do what I feel like doing. You may find it to be humility, others may not, but that's the way I am. And I really am the wrong person to be asked this question, because I think that this is something for others to observe rather than for me to talk about. This is kind of departmentalize it. If you want to know what inspires me in my profession, then I look up to actors and thespians whom I've always looked up to, Dilip Saab, Wahida ji, and many actors in the West. In life, of course, my own father and my mother have been my greatest inspiration, and I'm really fortunate to have been born to them. My father, with all his great legacy of his writings and his poetry, and my mother for just being the most beautiful woman on the world.